Welcome to Granblue Radio number 272. This is Vibrating Sheep on Granblue_EN. I just finished translating a bunch of um, the Koregra stuff. I typoed 4 instead of 5, so people will probably be on my case about that. It's in the middle of a
Yeah,
thread. I'm not
whatever.
deleting it. Whatever. Fuck off.
Whatever.
Anyway, so um, with me as always to yell at me when I'm wrong or
It's
to just
DJ.
yeah, that's DJ. All right. Let's get started because we got new characters and I don't have them yet. I don't know if you went for them either,
Nope.
DJ. Yeah,
I have no rules.
I have roles, but I don't know if I'm gonna spend them on this. It's it's time. All right, do you want to start with the light one or the fire one?
Light one.
All right, weapon or character?
Both.
All right, let's start with the weapon. So there's an entirely new weapon skill here.
Wrath.
So it is like voltage, but not. And it's also like what was the keeper of hallowed ground, or was it the savior of hallowed ground? Hold on.
You're thinking
It's the
of the
Kaong's
Kongs.
staff.
Yeah.
It's savior, isn't it? Yeah, it's the savior of hallowed ground is the one that I'm thinking of. That gives you multi attack based on how many of a certain weapon you have. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was resonance. So this is half of voltage and all of resonance and hit points. And it's just like, okay, all right, we're going for a lot of things here. Um, do you think that there's a future for this skill type though? Because it's right now 2% attack. I think it's 1% hit
EX
points.
modifier. So we have
hmm
to establish that first.
Right, so it's EX mod. It's on, I believe, the same maximum as voltage, so it'll go up to
Correct.
80% total. Is it 1% hit points? I remember it being 1% hit
1% hit
points.
points and 1% multi attack.
Yeah, 1% double attack, 1% triple attack. Um, so katanas in light are kind of a non-starter. The main katana that you use in light is Kaneshige, and that one doesn't care about multi-attack. But like, do you see a future for this, or do you just think people will still jam Wrath or not Wrath, uh, Voltage?
I think voltage because it ramps up faster because voltage you need to in order at voltage 2 specifically, by the way,
hmm
you need two voltage 2 weapons and 5 of the same weapon total.
Yeah, for this one you need like
A
four
million.
of them, and yeah,
You need probably like 4 of the same of this weapon.
right. Now, certain places I can see this happening depending on the secondary skill. Like if you had bow wrath in water, for example, then you might go, maybe I will replace one of these bows or something like that. Like maybe the thimble goes away if I have still have a thimble in there. Maybe one of the no, the Columba doesn't leave. The Columba stays.
You might still keep the thimble anyways because of the stamina modifier in the first place.
Yeah, and the hit
Because
points.
it's way different because once again this all goes under the same EX modifier and only goes to 80%.
Yeah, yeah. All right, maybe not then. I don't. We'll see what happens with Wrath in the future. I don't see it going that far right now, but who knows?
I see meme videos coming out. That's what I can say.
Just of like all of the hit points and guaranteed triple attack. But no, it
Uh,
only goes to 10%.
does it cap out at 10%?
Oh, it doesn't cap at 10%. You're right. You're right. Because I mean, so here's a thing. It's not the thing necessarily. So one of the reasons that um, double Fist of Destruction gets so good. I don't know if you were around for this one or were looking at that. During Fire Unite and Fight, there were setups with like Fist of Destruction, not necessarily just for the attack and crit, but for the Trium on it, and also the Erichthonia Spear, because by stacking enough passives, then you could guarantee triple attack on all your characters,
Oh, that's kind of
basically.
cool.
Um, but I don't know if that's gonna work because I mean Trium is also just it's the new hotness on the Ultima weapon series, like when you 5-star those. So I don't know if that I don't know if the multi attack will be important. I don't know if the hit points will be important. I don't know if the attack will be ever be important, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
maybe someday in the future.
We'll see. We'll have to see as the game grows. Really,
Yeah, yeah.
so, sometimes we go back. Oh, we go back to weapons and like, oh, this was actually good in this situation.
I'm still sorry, Ophelia and Walthari. Well, Walthari we knew, but Ophelia, I'm so sorry, Ophelia. All right, on to the character. So we've got Yukata Narmea, or as some people call her, Towel Narmea.
And she doesn't appear in Adele in the sprite, so
Yeah, and I'm not going to go to the second art because this is a family stream. Um, wow, where do we start? So the first thing that I want to note is that this is very different from the normal Narmea um, design.
yeah, she's not completely broken.
That's the recent Narmea design. She has two completely broken versions and three
That's a
not so.
lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot of completely broken.
So let's start with the support skill then, because really what matters is Reverie. So Reverie is what she's built around, and she starts with 4 stacks of Reverie and goes to 8. Right? How does she
Correct.
how does she gain Reverie? When any ally uses a charge attack. Okay, so you've got a goal. Also,
Is it that way?
when the MC, who is specifically light, they realized what happened with Holiday Anthuria.
And they
They
have to be specifically lights.
they have to be specifically light. She does plain damage. It's what, 555 555.
Correct. All fives across the board.
Mm-hmm. And 10% boost to the MC's meter, which usually only matters if the MC has like 200 meter.
No, it matters because you drain your meter completely
Mm-hmm.
at when you're at 100. So you start off with 10%.
That's fair. Usually you don't get 10% after UCA because there's a specific thing where you don't gain meter from other CAs after you CA'd that turn.
Correct. But this happens the same way as like Uni casting Harmonia,
Mm-hmm.
not Harmonia, Revitalize.
And this takes effect even if Narmea is in the sub um, thing. I don't know how often this will actually be that relevant, given that Light already has Nobita and it has Silva, and in like a lot of short cutting button setups, you're not even having the MCCA, but it has
I mean,
applications.
it matters when you're not doing those setups.
Yeah, that's true. All
That's
right,
where it matters the most. And also sometimes, if you bring her to a fight that knocks you to the back.
true. There's only 2 of those so far that I can
So
think
far
of.
as keywords.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So what do you do with Reverie though? So Iridescent Bloom is the one that actually uses the Reverie mechanic. So Iridescent Bloom, 8 hits of light damage.
So that's pretty big, especially with Light actually having its new weapon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good with Radiant Renee and the Harmonia. Yep. Drain a charge diamond and boost her charge meter. Drain works separately from delay. It's usually more accurate, but there are certain.
I'm looking at Wiki and it's saying that's not technically Drain,
It's not
but
technically drain.
it's not like the special. It's not like
It's not this. It's not like the
Arsene.
yeah Arsene or
It
Vania,
could be the
etc.
Wiki's wrong. Let's be honest. It could be Wiki's wrong because this character's been out for a day only.
Okay, so the way that drain like is worded, it usually works on like so drain I believe doesn't work on certain bosses, but is usually more accurate than delay. And then it gives her 20 meter, and she auto activates it when she has 8 levels of Reverie, which happens when, for example, she starts at 4, and as soon as she's pressed this button once, wait, where's the Reverie stuff? As soon as 4 people have CA'd, or 3 people if she's one of them, then it'll auto cast.
Please note that MC can double cast their CA with skill 3,
Mm-hmm.
so that counts too.
Yeah, so you can get this turn 1, and it's actually really good to have it at turn 1 because it happens at the end of the turn, usually after they get their dots. Like if you play Tanya or something like that, that's a very important timing. All right, so that's your goal. Also important, this is different from Holiday Narmea. It does eat them, so it doesn't just keep casting every time. So you have to get back to 8, which isn't that hard necessarily.
I mean, you place the A team, you're sitting gold.
Hmm So um, then we've got Sakura Serenade. This is what you were talking about, where she gets CA reactivate, so that's 4 Reverie levels right there. And then MC gets it, which is 2 hits of the plane damage, so that's 1.1 mil, along with whatever your MC actually does on CA, plus another 2 Reverie levels. So by pressing this button, you've gotten 6 of them. So that's very synergistic and strong. Then she's got Tranquil Crescent, which is 8 hits, and Dispel. And when the opponent special attacks, then she autocasts it. Notably, characters like Gran Cagliostro do not um, activate their passive on things that autocast, only when actually hitting the button. But still.
I mean, 6-turn cooldown's not bad for a D-spell with a nuke attached to it.
And not just that, but it's just the autocast part is also very strong because that's usually when you want to dispel. So
True.
very good. I mean, Light didn't really have any problems dispelling yet, but still, more is good. But yeah, like we've seen a lot of videos today from people who are rolling this character and using her, and the character's really strong. She's encouraging you to do things that Light was already kind of doing with things like Viking or like Kengo with Kaneshige and stuff like that, and it's just really strong.
Her skill 3 cannot be cheated by any ways other than like Keen, I see.
Yeah, she does not shorten the cooldown on skill 3 herself.
That's good. That's like that type of button's always really good regardless.
Hmm Yeah, unlike so cows is the one that I was thinking of, um, where
Cows requires ramp up though.
it requires 3 presses of the button in order to get CA reactivate on herself and on MC. Also, this one doesn't just plain give both of you the meter like cows does on the third cast. So, but it is just one of those things that you think about. It's like I've seen this before. Cow takes like 9 turns to get here.
How our
Hey,
Keen link exists. You can cheat. You can cheat with that.
it's true. You can keep it on turn 9 or on turn 1. You get to choose which. Actually, no, you're Light. Turn 12? Anyway, the point is, this character's cool.
Yeah, I like the design. I like the fact that she works well with current new builds and also old builds too.
Hmm Like, I'm sure that she's gonna do hilarious things with Noah in like some setups where you have multiple turns past 10. I wonder how she does against Osiris. I'm sure she
I
does
think
fine, but
I'm
I just
pretty
want
sure
to.
she does fine against Osiris.
Yeah, she doesn't debuff, but oh well, whatever. She doesn't need to
She
do it.
delays. That's good enough sometimes.
And with the CA reactivate, she also helps clear the CA 4 times trial in there. Anyway,
I mean, my plan for that is, hey, there's Juliet.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Juliet feeds meter like crazy. Only if you have the right setup. Let's be honest. There's a side note on that.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, let's move on. We're going to one of my OG favorites. We've got Silva. Silva basically has existed in a couple elements as a backline passive and not as a character. Her water version was good in the very early game and has completely been wiped out by the like the way that the game has progressed since she was printed way back in the day. But it's like,
If
all
only
right.
she could stay in the back when she snipes from the back line, she stays there for more than 3 turns.
Mhm. All
Because
right.
remember, the old thing that we used to do back when Dog was not good
Mhm.
was to switch her out for a Dog. Dog does a double strike, and you get 2 snipes of Silva.
It's true. So, do you remember if the glory skill has existed before this?
Isn't it on your third skill from Belial Chains?
Fire specs and chain burst specs. Let's see
I
here.
think so.
So yeah, big boost to fire specs, CA and chain burst. Do you know the numbers on this one?
Nope.
I will look them up. But in the meantime, um, yeah, and then boost to the special CA cap. That's not something that we've seen very often.
Yeah, that's always a weird one. To be fair.
Yeah, it's like on it exists on like 7 and 8 and like GCAG. It's one of those things that you only think about when you are in fights that have a special cap 1, and you do so much damage that you hit that special cap, and you see that like 6.6 million exactly from Seafon or from Aada.
Okay, so I'm looking at Glory and on their weapon skills right now.
Uh huh.
This goes to 15%, right?
Mm,
It has a one. It goes to 150. So
okay.
I would assume so. The CA damage up is 12.5% at 15%. The cap up is 6.8%. So it's on the same as sentence. And the
So,
Chainberg spec is looks like 14.5% for the damage and 6.8 for the cap.
all right. So here's the thing that I'm looking at on game with. So the second skill here, Ascendancy, gives 10% increase to the special cap.
Mm.
Eh?
All
And
right.
then, so with three of them, it says 37. It's 12 point. Yeah, so it's 12.5% CA damage. It's what's 20.4 divided by 3? Uh,
Also,
anyway.
yes, red hair is correct. Glory is the upgraded unheal
That's
ability.
right. Okay, got it. So anyway, um, this weapon is neat. Fire only had like the Rise of the Beasts gun and like Willness's axe for CA support before this. So I mean, there had been a few other things, but like those were the sort of the prime ones. So having this is cool. Let's go talk about the character. All right. So
Start with her first passive.
start with her first passive. Got it. So she does not gain meter on normal attacks. However, if she didn't attack, then she gets 100 meter.
So how do we prevent her from attacking not in V2?
Silent aim. She can't attack for 5 turns. So for 5 turns, she will fill up CA, and then on when she charge attacks, she gets double strike to the next person in line. Then at the end of the turn, she'll give 15% meter to everybody and stackable boost to CA specs.
You know, that sounds a lot like a different character who tanks instead of voids being hit.
Yeah, Satyr, Earth Satyr.
Yeah, Earth Satyr.
So here's the other thing. That CA also has an extra effect. Because Wide Open, if people didn't read the blog post or read about her, Wide Open is a new unique debuff. Um, it is very similar to the Faded Chain debuff. So it says for the next 6 hits and exactly 6 instances of damage, those do 30% extra. So she really wants that next person in line to do 6 really big hits. Um, so everybody instantly just stared straight at Willness in the face because it's like, oh, I mean, 3 amplified triple attacks? Okay, all right. Um,
I mean, you don't even need it for the triple attacks.
yeah, we can just do it for his gigantic ass CA or and the nuke he does after his attack.
Yeah, I was thinking the nuke mostly because you get the double cast.
Mm-hmm. Um, but yeah, like it's a different way of thinking about things because it's using the faded chain mechanic instead of like your standard supplemental damage mechanic. So that's really cool. She's essentially spotting for somebody, and it's awesome. All right. Other things that she does, she has the 30% to everybody's meter button, which is actually like, because you're going to be in silent aim, it's actually going to be, 45 meter to everybody for that first turn, but also when you cast it multiple times, so this is another thing that's like, hey, keep this character in front. Um, the second time she does it, everybody gets CA specs up, which is charge attack damage, charge attack cap. Um,
You want the
and
numbers on that?
let me take a look here real quick.
Because it's 80-20.
Yeah, so let's see here. So it's 80-20 one time. Yeah. Um, the damage cap up is quote unquote only 5%, but it lasts for 4 turns, which is longer than most of these last. Um, and then her skill 3, which is an actual 7-turn cooldown, gives um, it gives debuff accuracy. Sorry, it gives the debuff of accuracy down in fire as a local debuff. So we usually have to point that out. Frau can extend it. Um, it does overlap with the new Medusa, but oh well. She
It's
also has
actually worse. It's worse than Medusa's.
yeah. Um, she has gravity, DA and TA down, and wind attack down, all attached to this button.
Depending
Uh,
on how many casts.
yeah, that's the thing is that gravity is actually something that you do want as early as possible. Usually,
Unfortunately, you are not going to get it as early as possible. You will get it on turn 7
yeah,
and
that's
turn 8.
unfortunate. And then the Secundo you'll get on turn like
15
yeah.
because there's no way to cheat this out.
Hmm. But this is the thing that I've laughed about for so long. So, Water Silva had a very flavorful support skill that says she cannot be dodged and she cannot have mirror image. The thing is that no fire bosses are affected by this.
Now
Wind
we're in
bosses,
fire. Now we're in fire, and wind
wind
bosses tend to
bosses,
do this a lot.
like they've done it since Garuda. Elil was a pain in the ass for doing this.
This was
Like,
literally a billion United fights in a row.
yeah, Garuda does this again in Sandbox. It's like there's actually bosses to use this against. It happens. And then the other thing is that Ready Volley, there is a way to cheat the cooldown on this one a little bit, which is when you do Prominence Flare,
Which is the 4 chain.
4 and above chain, then this cooldown gets cut from the 7 turns that it is at plus to 5 turns. So this one is actually very easy to ramp up.
You can also control it by just not attacking with CA on until you have it ready.
Hmm. Or since she's filling her meter up for 5 straight turns, you can let it off for a little bit and then just let everybody catch up since she's giving them a huge amount of meter per turn. So overall, I am a big fan, and I will be trying to get this character during the next summer run.
Yeah. Key thing to note is that you never want her in slot 4 because that will actually waste wide open and the double strike.
Yeah, like even without Willness, there are characters that like she still works well with. It's just that Willness is the one that you instantly go to because he doesn't need chasers to do crazy things.
He already did crazy damage to begin with. It was just really, it's just now you have something to supplement it even more.
Hmm. So yeah, big fan. I've always been a Silva fan, and this character is so cool. Look at the CA. She freaking shoots fireworks and then watches them. All right. Anyway, the last one, Luo. Luo happened. Okay.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's a dragon summon. Surprise.
Yeah. Notably, Luo is the best dragon summon for Magna because swords exist. All the rest of them,
Which have a normal modifier on
yeah,
it.
they have a Light's Thunders or a Zion's weapon skill on them. So it's like, hey, he actually does something if you're Magna. Yay!
Yeah, it helps with the 100% crit primal too, because with two
Ivory arcs.
ivory, ivory arcs,
Hmm.
you're at 96% if you're at 150 150.
Nice.
The Zeus's. So this little extra 10% actually helps a lot if you only have 10%.
Hmm. Yeah, boy, I sure could use Whamdis as a summon soon, so I can just go cut down to 2 crit weapons. Anyway, we good with these characters and releases?
What two crit weapons do you have other than two Wham Spears?
2 Tai-Sais. When you're
That's
not
cool.
using Whamdis spears, it's just 2 Tai-Sais. All right, we're moving on. So Koregra happened, and I'm going to switch for this. One moment. All right, here we go. So here's Koregra. All right. So the first thing about April Koregra, um, we have a second run of the Bobo collab.
Yes, 366 day of April Fools. Then you know.
It is definitely the day 366. Last year they extended it for 4 days. I kind of expect them to do that again because they did say that there will be more story at midnight of April 2nd. So happy birthday, Bo. Randomly, like one of the reasons that they're doing this again, did you know that they are re-airing the original Bo TV series on Japanese TV starting soon?
No,
So,
which station's doing that?
I would have to look it up real quick, but yeah, they're re-airing and I will take more options. Let's see here. It is going to be on J Television and JCom. So
Okay.
cool. We'll talk about this when it's done because I feel like it's not done. People are kind of disappointed that usually GBF goes like all the way out crazy for its April Fools, and this one is it feels like a rerun. And there's no Granblue's outfits yet or anything like that, so we
We'll
will
find out.
we'll find
We'll
out.
find out soon.
I will judge when it is done, and no sooner than when it is done. So see you next week for that one. Um, Upcoming, Rise of the Beasts, the Zhukui outfit. This thing it looks sick.
I'm super firing for this. I don't
I
care what I'm doing.
I cannot wait for this. This
I'm
looks
super firing for this.
this looks so good. All
You
right,
become Phoenix.
it's so good. All right, moving on. Um, Bistro Fandrahe as the side story, sure.
Okay, whatever.
Moving on.
Bane's
Um,
lost.
yeah, the veins lost stuff, the veins blank. Those are the best things that come out of this, other than the really cute Lyria skin. So if you don't have the Lyria outfit, then get it. Um, not reflections. Ko and the Hollow Existence is going to be the rerun.
Hey, we
So
can get Yo if you're missing her.
yeah, Ko and Yoko Hopium, and there's going to be more story that comes after the ending. So that's something that I'm actually looking forward to. I did really enjoy Ko and the Hollow Existence. Unite and Fight's coming.
Yeah, we knew that one.
Yeah, moving on.
Us the
So,
Nitra, we also knew that was coming.
all right, this is something that we knew was coming, but we didn't know what order. So the next Ennead fight, it is going to be Birdman, Bennu, and it is going to be Earth. So every Wind player is just like, yes, now it's my turn for the biggest of numbers.
I mean, you have Katura, you have Seophon. That's really all you really need in order to supplement your stuff. You have Randall. Randall also does multi hits and
Yeah,
big hits at that.
like I'm looking forward to the combo videos that people do. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens when Astariola gets really angry because remember that he has an unworldly CA and he gives your entire team like sharp boost to attack and uncap on his CA. I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be fun.
Now, if only we had a special cap up weapon.
Whew. Oh man, it's so good. Main story is coming up. We're getting hopefully more than one segment a year. They said, but we'll talk about this when it comes out.
I mean, we're
Cause
very early in the year for this one. At that.
yeah. All right, so this is the one that you've been asking about for a while. Here is
Let's go.
the Grand Vera rebalance and uncap.
That was a rebalance too.
Well, they almost always do that. So
Because let's be honest, that some of those skills are kind of bad.
the fact that she can't tank unless she has a resource that she uses up. She uses it up on attacking, right?
Shit, it's correct. You know what you get for using it on attacking? You get crit. Amazing. You got crit and light. Woo.
Oh man. But yeah, we'll talk about this one a lot. But you have been begging for this for a long time.
You know that triple attack button? I think is like a 7-turn cooldown
Mm-hmm.
for 1 turn.
Yeah,
Woo, baby.
one turn for your team. But yeah.
No, it's only
Oh,
one
it's
turn.
just
You
for
can
her?
if
She uses
you
a
are in
bit.
skill 1. If
Oh
you're in
god.
skill 1, you get it for an entire team. If you don't, it's only for yourself. It's 9 turns. Oh my god, I hate this button.
You have, like I said, you have been waiting for this. We will be we will be talking a lot about this when it comes out later in the month. It will vary. So based on the pattern of light uncap in a light unite and fight, it will happen right around the let's see, the 21st will be prelims. So it'll happen either the 21st or the 23rd.
Yeah, usually it's the interim day.
Usually
The
it's
date.
interval. So we'll see you on the 23rd, and we'll talk about what happens to Vera that makes her like a 5-star character.
Maybe
But yeah.
she'll open up to more people again after the end of that last story in Grand Vera.
Hmm.
That was literally the story of Grand Vera.
Will she still be a primal as of her grand uncap? We'll find out. We'll find out. But yeah, but I was saying that she actually, because of the Unite and Fight this month, she did vault in front of other characters who came in front of her in the Grand Series. Like I was thinking that Sturm and Drang would actually be soon, but yeah, one, she needs it. Two, she matches the Unite and Fight. So
3, Sturm and Drang got a rework way before she did.
also true. All right, let's keep moving. Okay, so we are also getting our shop updates on the 7th. We'll talk about those a lot more when they get here. Big highlights for us. We are getting replica class champion weapons in the cheapo shop. That has been something that anybody who wants to make multiple Kaneshiges, etc., has been begging for a long time.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, seriously. um, silver shards, sure. Let's see here. Astroth Anima, whatever.
Host crystals are actually good,
Host crystals are nice.
especially since you need 15
Yeah. For
for an
me,
Archangel.
for me personally, being able to buy dark blades off of the shop will be a godsend because screw that drop rate on that dog.
It's so horrible. I literally farmed it for an hour and got like 2.
Yeah, I hate that dog. Speaking of things that we farmed forever, Majestus once a month will be in the shop.
That's good. That's cool. People can
Yeah,
get it.
the Chris of
I,
Hypnos.
I can actually get that.
Yeah. Also the bamboo master bamboos. I can't remember what it's actually called. Um, and
Isn't that the katana? I forget.
the wooden the bamboo katana, the one from the Phronesis weapons. So also our boy, the I believe it's the Dark
Dark
Thrasher,
Thrasher.
Thrasher.
That yeah.
Yeah,
The,
and you'll
the, the
also
good
be
one of the two.
yeah, and you'll also be able to trade anima for them, which is also very good
Even
once a
good.
month. Um,
I mean, we did our grind for it, but
yeah,
letting the grind for other people is good.
yeah. And then we're going to be able to get one more Ultima weapon, which is good for people who are fighting super Ultimate Bahamut, which is going to be us soon. We should do that soon. And then
Probably.
this is my favorite one. You can buy a Magna Fragment for 1 Rainbow Crystal. Why does this trade exist? To round things out to a 5 or a 0 for people who are obsessive compulsive and don't like seeing those numbers that only were there because of the bookkeeper.
Oh, what's yours at right now?
All right.
Your last number. Mine's at 1.
My last number is a 9.
You are 4 above. I see.
Yes. I just looked. All right. Anyway, we're getting a bunch of EMP support skills. We'll talk about those on release day. Your girl Earth Diantha is getting hers.
Yeah, she
Water
released like
Juliet.
2 years ago.
Yeah. So let's see here. So Wind Noish, who is a fun character. I enjoy playing that character. Earth Pengi. Summer.
Wait, I play her other than blowing herself up eventually.
She triple attacks guaranteed. So I use her to punch things on semi-auto. Uh, Summer Kolulu, who could potentially get a lot going for her. Abby is probably a nothing update. Leona, which Leona epithet is this? Tamidachi no Shugo Shishi.
It's probably Grand. The picture looks like Grand.
Yes, it is Grand. So Grand Leona could do a lot. Here's Summer Lucio.
They better not give him anything. Let's be honest. That character's too good.
Summer Amira. Summer Anila. Yukata Rosamia. I love that character, and I can't wait to see what she gets. Which one's Burning Hero Albert? Is that
It's the Summer of Air.
Okay.
These are all in order of when they released.
Right. Summer Silva. Summer Mimlemel. Summer Mimlemel is gonna be hilarious.
Chance to not stun herself, I guess.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that's the best thing I could think of.
Yeah, Bride Juliet. Bride Juliet is actually a pretty good character, so I'm excited to see what they do with her. Diantha in Earth. The Golden
Give her the
Knight.
world. Give her nothing.
She already has everything.
She literally has everything. She can do anything she wants. She can copy it.
Yeah. Light Gawain.
I don't know what you would give. I don't know what you would give Light Gawain, because he's already good and he gets better when he's lower health.
Yeah. So Light Gawain is also like a god king of like Nightmare 95 in Unite and Fight, and in some ways Nightmare 100. So I'm really curious to see what'll happen, because this is the most relevant to Unite and Fight.
That's the most boring thing they can give him is less than dark damage.
Oh God,
which is
don't.
Possibly that could happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm sad now. And then Florence, who's actually pretty good, and so it's exciting to see what'll happen to her. We're gonna just skip over the SRs.
What Tyre is amazing. He can triple attack Veers there.
Also, Summer Fairy is hilarious if you are specifically Tomo GBF and like
you can compliment you with that character.
Yeah, you have to wait until turn 49, but you can. Good job. Boy.
And Joel, resuscitate me, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep moving. Alright, so the Dartablau is going to the Daily Points shop. If you missed it from Proving Grounds, we're just gonna keep moving. The Ennead weapon system is going to be updated on April 28th. So gather up your Osiris Anima, gather up your Horus Anima, farm up Bennu whenever Bennu releases.
Sadly, it's not before United Fight.
Mm-hmm. And so this last one, all right, DJ, did you listen to the preview of Stardust Children yet?
Bro, we're done with work right before this radio.
I'm putting it in chat. I'm putting it in chat, and then I'm turning it on. Beware that let me try and turn down the sound in Chrome, because this is very loud. Give me
you're on the Granblue Fantasy Japanese website, I see.
I really am. Actually,
that thing literally blasts your ears.
I can actually go to Granblue Fantasy Twitter, and they'll have it. There it is. Okay. So you don't need to have as much ear protection for this one. Ready? Let's go.
してやる義理はないひとかけらの夢望むのは罪かままならずとも瓦礫の中頭上を見渡せば星は息をしてる
Okay, so that wasn't the same part that is playing on the preview page. So, all right, protect your ears, everybody. Protect your ears.
ていた真っ白な手を汚して星屑の中で共に背負ってさ力を求めて何も失って何も救えない霊な非力さとなんて心中してやる義理はないひとかけらの夢望むのは罪かままならずとも瓦礫の中頭上を見渡せば星は息をしてる
I instantly have to buy this. I'm 100% buying this, DJ.
I'm sad he's not talking about being a vampire.
Oh god, it's so good.
All right, I'm used to seeing these two sing individually, never seen them together, so this will be interesting.
I'm not used to hearing her sing individually. The only thing that I've heard her sing individually it was very long ago, and it was about her being a magical girl who does what was it? She does submission holds and shoots guns. Very magical things. His rapping in character for the siblings is their precedent for this. I mean, they are from the ghetto. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that makes sense. But remember, there's a Ruka character song.
Which Ruka is this?
Frikone.
Got it. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that one's more traditionally Japanese styled. But the other one that I was thinking of is I'm used to her singing in a group of 3 for the Minami-K stuff, which is a very long time ago now. God. All right.
I mean, you want to go even older, even slightly older. You go with Negima.
True. Anyway, so I'm super looking forward to this. It has 4 voiced stamp stickers, and judging by previous patterns, 2 of them will be her, 2 of them will be him. I want to hear his so badly. They're just going to be like, he's just going to like want to kill you, and I'm going to join a raid, and Fioer is going to just hop out of your screen and scream, "I'm gonna kill you!" It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait for this. It's going to be so good.
That's in May.
It is in May. Is it in the serial code section yet? CD. Nope. Psycho no Chigiri is the latest bonus in here. Still. Wait, no. Pray for the Sky is the latest one in here. Sorry. I was reading...
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure there's another one.
Yeah. The Pray for the Sky ones are Cyril saying don't get careless, and I'll protect you with my life from Noish.
Thanks, Noish.
These are very noble ones, and I gotta say, they will not be noble when we get here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Alright, anyway, so that's it for this week. We actually managed to get under time. Mostly because
there's some other cool stuff, like Cygames Cup is this month. Well, yeah, this month, technically.
Yeah, the special Cygames Cup is this month, so we might get news of GB Versus there. We'll find out.
Oh, and then April 30th, Dom, our favorite thing.
Watching people be bad at drinking wine.
It was so good.
It is so good. That one's a fun one. The Kakuzuke check is coming, and we've got a few guests who are new to the Granblue Fantasy, jokes cast, like the live show, goofing around cast. So,
Fukuhara changed his name. I said Fukuhara changed his name
to Kobayashi Taro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hirohashi Ryo has not been in GBF stuff since like Extra Fest a long time ago. She is really fun, because she is a natural ditz. Like, It's actually amazing. As of like 3 years ago, she still had a flip phone,
Oh
and
yeah, I
she
remember that. I
and
remember
she
that.
yeah she didn't know how to use Wi-Fi. And people were like, oh my god, how are you how are you here in the year 2017? Like what happened?
Yeah, she's be on Team Cats.
Yeah, Team Cats with Dante. We have Katsu Anri, who is Atifa or Atia in English. He's new to the group. Matsukaze Masaya, Cassius's voice, and Tori Umi. So the Isaac Cassius team is here for the
Oh
first
yeah,
time in
yeah.
anything live. That one's also going to be interesting. And so yeah, this one should be fun. This one should be a
Oh,
lot
we
of
have
fun.
Seki.
Yeah. The last time Seki One was there was for it was for a it was for a pre-anime show on Abima. So it's been a very long time for him as well to do anything like any kind of live content for GBF. I mean, this is all going to be pre-recorded, but you know what I mean by live.
I
Stage,
don't.
non-voice
I
content.
can't wait for like people just be sad at them being wrong.
You're gonna be shouting through the screen at people. It's like, oh yes, I am a,
I love Uni.
I love Uni. It's like, do you really love Uni?
Look, at
uh,
least they didn't get the pudding with the what the soy
it
sauce.
was pudding with soy sauce.
Yeah, because it has a texture, right? Yeah.
And it has the texture. It has umami. Oh boy. All right. So by next week we will have a lot of things. We will be able to talk about Bobo 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 as it was completed. We will be able to. I don't know if I will be done with. I probably won't be done with the Juque stuff. That takes way too long to farm up, but I am definitely farming it up. Um, we will have what else will we have? We'll have the EMPs to talk about. We'll have the shop update to look in again, and yeah, we'll see you then.
All
Um,
right, later, folks.
yeah. So I think 2 weeks into this month, DJ, is when we'll go over the Famitsu poll. The Famitsu poll is usually a fun thing to go over.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it was an open pool. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. We will see you next week.